Hello there and welcome to the new channel.
Here to help you see
The new you.
My name is Carmine Ortega.
Dennis Calamba.
This is Nato Agbayani.
My name is Juan Lu.
I'm Chino.
I'm Trisha.
This is Apple Manansala.
This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez.
This is Attorney Sheila Santiago.
This is Angie.
This is Argamid.
My name is Dante Salama.
This is Jesse Francis Rebostillo.
I'm Dania Cunha.
Mon Mendoza.
I am Mapet Erhino.
I'm Leo Bryan. Mike.
Nice one, dear.
Sir Al Ian Barcelona.
Marvin Salazar. This is Sunny Haldons.
Heidi Lumainos.
This is Ivan Jude. Patrick Geronimo.
Alan Perez.
My name is Erwin Ursua.
My name is Bob.
My name is Lloyd Luna and this is
It's your turn.
The Talk.
Family Business.
The Puppet Stories.
After Shift.
PNC Town Hall.
YOLO.
Marketplace.
The Home Buyer.
HR Hotline.
Danny Art Show.
Healthline.
Foreign Affairs.
COVID Stories. Awesome Day Show.
Thank you.
Money and more.
Cybernext.
Women at Work.
Win Within.
Port Project.
The Big Picture.
Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. Sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following
those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello there and welcome to TNC. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Lloyd Luna and this is The Big Picture. Hello there, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, or wherever you're watching from around the world. Good evening to you all, and thanks so much for streaming in with us. It's another night of inspiration for you and for everyone. You can also watch us live on youtube.com/tncnow and drop some comments in there. At kapag nanonood po kayo sa youtube.com/tncnow at nag-comment kayo doon at napili namin kayong manonood ngayong gabi, you're gonna get an opportunity to have a gift courtesy of Unisol and TNC. The item to catch, please watch. The swashable face mask worth 800 pesos courtesy of Unisol and TNC. Again, watch us live on youtube.com/TNC now. Drop some comments in there. I-share nyo na rin po. And then let's see kung kayo po ay aming mapalad na mapipili. In any case, if you are living within Metro Manila at napili namin kayo, delivery of the item is on us. You can also join our discussion for tonight. Drop some comments in our comment stream down below. And don't forget to share our live stream link so that your friends, families, and associates can watch the same inspirational show that we give you night after night. Si Sai ay nanonood na, saka si Fresky. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok at panonood. This is a great time for us to somehow rethink about the future. And one very young, dynamic entrepreneur who's also a lawyer is with us to give us a glimpse of the future. And not just in a normal, typical business. This time, we're going to talk about our justice system, our law, kung ano yung services na pwede na nating daanin sa papindot-pindot. Ladies and gentlemen, in the show is Atty. Sheine Girao of Girao Law Offices. Attorney? Yes. Thank you so much for coming to the big. Appreciate your time.
Hi, Lord. Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming to the big picture. This is an interesting discussion because we are going to talk about the future. And alam mo na kapag future na pinag-uusapan natin, excited yung mga tao. Although may iba na natatakot sa future, yung iba medyo nagda-doubt pa. But first, tell us how you are enduring this extended lockdown period in our country.
Yes, well, before naman the lockdown, I was already involved in online lawyering. Prior to having my own law office, I already had an idea that most of the things that a lawyer can provide, the services a lawyer can provide, can already be done online. So we get to mitigate yung expense of having to go from one place to another. And then, of course, pandemic came. So we have now the restrictions, we can't go out. Pero right now, we've already found a niche wherein we can provide pala legal services online. I think we already have other platforms doing that, providing legal assistance online. But as per my end, I think my niche is yung mga startups and millennials who are more tech savvy. Kasi, of course, we want to minimize yung physical na interaction with people, and most millennials, they like being on email. We like yung things that we can do on our own time. We like video conferencing. So I utilize that through my platforms such as yung The Millennial Lawyer Manila on Facebook. And we are to launch an app this year that is going to be exciting kasi we will be digitalizing notarization.
For sure. Let's talk about your story first. I guess magandang maintindihan namin kung saan ka nagagaling because, taking law, for example, is something na parang ako mismo, hindi ko naiisipin, no? Kasi parang ayoko.
Yes.
Tell us your story, how you ended up really doing what you're doing right now.
Of course, when I was young, I'm the daughter of a retired PNP colonel, and with that, he also it was and is still an entrepreneur himself. He has a few PUJs traversing through different locations. So, yun yung bumuhay sa amin at nagpatapos sa akin ng abogasya. And then, from their paradigm, dun ko rin na-realize na I want to be a lawyer because I want to help people. But at the same time, I want to be the kind of lawyer who has ethics, who has the luxury of time to provide to my family. Kasi, of course, not everybody has the mindset to venture out into the unknown and venture into business. But my profession allows me to, you know, try to explore new avenues for revenue generation. I tried din naman na previous to that, being employed. But I realized na my parents had it right kasi they were entrepreneurs. They are still entrepreneurs and they had the luxury of time to provide us yung mga anak nila para masubaybayan kaming lumaki, ganun. At I also wanna do that, especially now in the new normal. Kasi in the new normal, we have na the luxury of time to spend with our family. So why not maximize that and make something out of it? So with the opportunities that we are given, we do not only mean to earn money, but we also mean to serve. We wanna serve other people. And that is the thrust of my being a lawyer as well. I wanna serve people.
Was there ever a time in your life in college, for example, na parang inisip mo na huwag na ituloy because nahirapan ka, or straight yan na talaga, alam mo yung gusto mo and alam mo na one day you'll make it?
Well, honestly, Lloyd, when I was in college, I tried being a DJ. I was a DJ in a radio station, but that radio station is not existing anymore in campus radio. And then I realized na I wanted more of my life. So even if I wanted to do several kinds of things, I figured that being a lawyer would be the best platform for me, best profession for me to do all the things I want to do. Kasi if you're a lawyer, you can do a lot of things. You can venture out into a business, you can practice litigation, you can serve in the nonprofit organizations, you can do all of that. But that's not saying that if you're not a lawyer, you can't do all those things. Pero in my personal philosophy, I wanted to be a lawyer so that I have the knowledge to equip me to do all those things. And I think that would be the best avenue for me to help people and serve the public.
Being able to work, or having been able to work for someone, isang organization that you are there as an employee, was the greatest challenge, especially when nag-start ka?
Yun, when I was starting out as a lawyer, of course, hindi mawak yung oras mo, and you were, yung kagaya ko that time, I was an associate, and well, my bosses were really kind to me. Yan. Hi. Hi to my previous bosses. Ayan. Thank you for the opportunity.
Napadala mo ng link sa nanonood sila. Napadala mo ng link.
Shout out to my previous bosses. Thank you for the opportunity you've given me. Actually, it was a great opportunity for me. Being in a law office, it really teaches you a lot of things. It taught me the values of work ethic, how to handle clients, how to practice law, and how to be an ethical lawyer. So not everybody probably would have that exposure, but I had it, and I'm very thankful for the opportunities that I had. But then again, I figured that I wanted something more. I want to do something more. And there's not much time that you can have in a day to do all the things that you want to do. That's why I ventured into solo practice, and I had my own law office, and I ventured into different types of businesses so that, at least kung solo practice ka, you get to augment your income on the side as well.
But karamihan ko naman lahat. I mean, wala akong masyadong understanding really dun sa industry, but I can see na yung iba, they really have to be in an associate dun sa law office na either established na or hindi sila makapagsarili. What was the turning point? When would you know that parang kailangan at gusto mo nang magsarili regardless kung you will be successful at it or not?
Well, there's no cut and dry answer to that, Lloyd. Kasi ako talaga, pikit mata lang talaga ako na nag-venture into the unknown. When I'm not saying that this would work for anyone, pero if when I was in the turning point to resigning from my previous office, I told myself that I want to give myself a buffer for at least siguro mga 6 months na siguro hindi ako kikita. Pero of course, ako kung hindi kumita, sino bang hindi? So I made sure na I had some form of buffer, and then I marketed, of course, my services to potential clients. That's one thing siguro that a lawyer must harness if you want to venture into private practice. Kasi if you're
Doon sa part na yan, di ba? I mean, all your lives, parang it's mainly academic pinag-aaralan, no? Mayroon, wala sa pinag-aaralan ninyo kung paano i-market yung sarili.
Mag-market.
Wala,
we
no?
have the code of ethics, like yung mga ethical way of promoting yourself. It should not be mandatory. But then again, wala siya talagang yung subject in law school that will tell you na kailangan ganito ka mag-present ng sarili mo to clients. Actually, there's no talagang hulma for that. Walang hulma dyan. Wala rin magsasabi sa'yo na hindi ka pwedeng mag-TikTok pag lawyer ka, ganun. Hindi ganun. This is more on a soft skill for lawyers. So if you wanna do solo practice, part of being a solo practitioner is how to market yourself as a lawyer, how to build your image, how to build relationships with your clientele. So it's those things that you would get to learn along the way. I figured before I resigned na I possess some of those soft skills. And what I did when I resigned, I backed on them, and then I enriched myself by trying to learn and enroll in some courses that would develop the kind of lawyer that I want to be. Yun. And yun, actually, not to brag, pero gusto ko kasing mag-travel. And one of the stories that I can tell you is that I was able to get a client habang chumichika lang sa airplane. So,
Wow.
so these are things that these are things that you do not plan.
Yeah, exactly. And that particular point nung nangyari yon, was there like a parang eureka moment na parang wow, it works?
Yeah, actually wala rin naman ako talagang plan. I think the number one thing that you have to consider in trying to build your network and trying to build your practice is how to build relationships with people. Hindi ka naman magpapaka-plastic, pero it's always a good thing to spread good vibes everywhere around you. And when you build the relationships and you enjoy what you do, then the money will come. That's what I always say.
Right. Okay. And then nung nag-practice ka na, solo practice na, building from Building from scratch.
Yes, building from scratch. In fact, when I resigned, wala talaga akong kliyente. So, I had to go through a phase where I had to hand out my calling cards to different businesses. And then, I got my first clients through a few referrals, and then the word of mouth came. So, then it just went the ball rolling. Tapos, pagkatapos nun, of course, you have to build your online presence. That's one of these things that's good about the digital age. Kasi this is a platform that all lawyers can avail for free. So you can build your presence online.
I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, pero parang dinidebate pa rin nila yan sa under ng ethics, di ba? Yung advertising, social media, or billboard, or things like that. How true?
Yeah. Well, you cannot advertise by a billboard. That's one thing. That's a big no-no. Pero as far as advertising yourself is concerned, of course, hindi ka dapat mag-advertise in such a manner na laudatory, or which means yung sobrang self-claiming. Like halimbawa, ako si Atty. Sheine top 1 sa bar. Hindi, it doesn't work that way. So you just have to find the finesse of how you would present yourself and the services that you provide. In my case, I have the Millennial Lawyer Manila. It doesn't provide the name of my office, but it reaches clients, in fact, and we get to provide services in that platform, wherein they contact me via Facebook. Kasi one of the things that you would have to know about us lawyers is that we have like several people messaging us on Facebook in our personal accounts. And I figured na siguro kung meron tayong isang Facebook page na dun na lang sila lahat magtatanong, and then at least yun purely business. Minsan kasi That's why we have this Facebook group, Musta Attorney, is because of that very same fact. Na yung makakilala mo, lalapit sa'yo, Musta Attorney, akala mo kinakamusta ka, yun pala hingi na legal advice. So bakit hindi mo na lang i-channel doon sa dedicated Facebook page? So that's what I did.
All right. Sige, I'm going to pause for a short commercial, and then when we come back, let's try to talk about that digitalization na pag-uusapan natin, because I really wanted to know how it will work, and if ready na ang lahat para dito sa napipintong napipintong launching ng inyong application. Sige. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. The Big Picture on TNC will be right back. Please stay on our stream. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on TNC. Before we call in back to the studio again, our guests for tonight, please do watch our other inspirational shows on TNC. Please watch our live stream shows such as U-Turn, TNC The Talk, or Sunday The Homebuyer. Laugh and learn from the Puppet Stories Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Notable personalities and their stories on The Big Picture Mondays to Fridays at 7:15 p.m. Listen to This Generation, The Millennial Voice, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Learn Together Across Borders Foreign Affairs, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Human Resources and Management on HR Hotline, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 noon. The Journey Continues, Moving on Business, Tuesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. Well Home Brings a Well Life, Tuesdays, 5:30 p.m. Never Too Late for a Mental Shift, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Colorado. Wednesdays and Fridays, 10:30 a.m. Manila time. Man and More, Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. California. Also check out Cyber Next. Back to the studio is Attorney Sheine Girao of Girao Law Office. Again, welcome back and thank you so much, Attorney Sheine. Digitalization and the justice system that has been in existence for God knows how many years. Are we ready for that transformation?
Yes, of course. In fact, yes, Lord. Actually, we already were making the tiny steps in the past leading to this day. In fact, if you're familiar with our previous na mga laws already passed, we already had the Electronic Commerce Act, we already have the Data Privacy Act, we already have yung e-signatures brought about by the DICT, and we also have mga online hearings, we have yung mga yung BIR na filings, we have SEC filings, lahat yun online na. So I know that doon na tayo papunta. History and the current times have already led us to transition to the new normal.
Idagdag ko, attorney, yung IPO, no? Kasi dito, yung IPO, bilib na ako sa IPO ngayon eh. Kasi Intellectual Property Office, digitized na rin. So, nakaka-addict pong magpa-trademark, in fairness. Nakaka-addict ko. Mamamalaki ko yung medyo malaki din pala yun. Pag tinototal mo. But yeah, so, medyo, parang sabi mo na nag-lead papunta dito ngayon, ano? So, pero pagdating dun naman sa side ng mga tao, are they ready or may some sort of may doubt pa sila that this is something na parang will take some more years?
Sa totoo lang, Lloyd, even if the people are not ready, they would have to be ready. Of course, they have to adapt to the current times. We have to minimize yung physical contact talaga with each other brought about by the COVID. So that is why we have developed the iCertify app, which provides digital notarization in the new normal. One of the issues that we're having right now is the trouble of having to go to one place to another para magpanotaryo. Tapos, syempre, yung mga hinahawakan ng kung sino-sino na hindi mo matrack, that's where you get the virus. So, even if the people are not ready, well, kaya nilang maging ready. Ngayon nga, even if we're not ready for this pandemic, pero the times have compelled us to adapt to the new normal in the pandemic. So I know na the people can also ease into the digital notarization age.
Kasi gugustuhin na rin nila. I mean, sino bang hindi natatakot, no? Kung sa mag-face to face pa sila. And as I was telling you last time, I guess, nababa ka pa dyan, tapos merong karinderya na doon yung notaryo sa kabila. I don't know. Hindi naman sa ayaw kung tanggalan ng trabaho yung nag-notarize dito sa baba. Sa Banat Tower. But it's something that is for everyone, especially ngayon na talagang nasa health crisis tayo. Alright, but ano ang magiging impact naman nito sa overall, general population? At the same time, ano rin yung impact dito sa mga nagpa-practice ng law? Yun bang mga hindi mag-a-adapt dito sa bagong setup and model? Will they have really a hard time? Or ano yung magiging dynamics nito once we started the digitalization, pero moving forward, ano yung impact?
Okay. It's a good thing that you raised din yung issue pala kanina, Lloyd, yung about yung mga assistant ng lawyers na nag-notarize. That is one of the things that we seek to prevent in our current app sa iCertify. But with regard to yung digitization or digitalization ng justice system, we are already in it right now. Meron na tayong online hearings. We already have e-filings in court. So, hindi na tayo kailangan pumunta personally sa court. We have e-inquests. Pwede na ring just last month, I was able to do a virtual arraignment kasi my client had COVID symptoms. So, kaya talaga siyang gawin. With regard to our app, particularly, we seek to also prevent nga yung mga fly-by-night notaries. We also seek to prevent yung mga anti-dating ng notaries. And I know that the current lawyers can already adapt to this. It also incentivizes the lawyers kasi ngayon, sa current setup natin ng notarization, 8 to 5 lang tayo. Dependent siya sa oras ng opisina ng abogado or oras ng opisina ng pwesto. But if once we have the iCertify app up and running, then we can have notarization any time of the day as long as there is a lawyer available to notarize it.
And it's allowed. It's allowed na sa sistema.
Not yet. Actually, we are just anticipating the new rules to be provided by the Supreme Court. I believe we already had previously a draft of these rules, pero it was scrapped kasi the justices that time didn't see the need for digital notarization. Pero ngayon, we have remote notarization, but that is different kasi you would still have yung physical papers, ipapadala mo sa Grab, pero inonotaryo ko habang naka-video call ka. But it still needs paper. It still has the possibility of contracting the disease.
Yeah, and not to mention how many trees would be able to to save, di ba? Saka yung mga So may environmental impact din pala ito. But nonetheless, kahit hindi pa ma-approve yung 24-hour notarization, nandyan pa din. May pwede lang kayo mag-operate o pwede lang mag-operate yung app ng 825. Ganun ba yan?
Ang paradigm kasi natin sa iCertify is to make sure that everybody gets an access to a lawyer. Kasi yun naman yung main thrust natin. This is just not about notarization anymore. This is giving access to legal services for the common people. Of course, we have the PAO for that. Pero of course, the PAO has number 1, meron lang silang office hours. Number 2, meron silang specific na income bracket na kinikater. But what about the middle income bracket na hindi naman kayang maka-avail ng services ng PAO, as well as those who need the lawyer on demand? So we want to address that with the app that we will be rolling out. Actually, this is not just notarization dun sa app namin that we intend to roll out. We intend to provide din a lawyer on demand app na parang like a Grab for lawyers, parang ganon. So that, anybody can say na, tawagan ko lang yung abogado, and then you get someone at the end of the line. And minsan naiisip natin, pag abogado, parang para sa mga elite lang yan, sa mga can afford. But now we wanna make legal services accessible to the public through the digital age already.
Good. See, democratizing lawyering.
Yes.
All right, don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pause for another short commercial, and then when we come back, tanungin natin kung ano pa yung nakikita. Ginawang fortune teller, ano pa yung nakikita na Atty. Sheine sa mga susunod na pwede possible mangyari. And basically, paano talaga natin mas papakinabangan pa yung app na ilo-launch nila anytime soon. Don't go away, the big picture of TNC. We'll be right back. Please stay on our stream. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on TNC. Watch our other inspirational shows on TNC. Health is Wealth, Healthline, Wednesdays 4 p.m. Coping and Coupling. Couple Goals, Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Strategize and Win in Life through Win Within, Wednesdays 8:30 p.m. Check out our replays of Market Leader, Your Rights, YOLO, Thursdays 8:30 p.m. Madiskarting Buhay, Madiskarting Nanay, Negosyo at Home, Fridays 12 noon. Tech You can be watched anytime on our stream. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong, TNC Marketplace, Fridays, Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Danny Art Show, After Shift, Women at Work, COVID Stories, The Family Business, Usapang Beauty, The Ford Project. Catch also our regionals one day, TNC Arena, TNC Presscon, TNC Town Hall. Saturday, 7 p.m. co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. Town Hall is where we talk to you, our valued audience. More upcoming shows on TNC. Follow hashtag TNC Now on Facebook and YouTube. Allow your passion to inspire you. And together, let us hashtag see the new you. All right. Ilan namin makita ngayon ba si Atty. Sheine kung nasa na siya. Pero mamaya pag nakita na namin siya sa studio, babalik natin siya. Interesting, no? This is really the time when we have to adjust and adapt. Accept, adjust, and then adapt. So yung digitalization ng ating justice system, I think is mas marami na rin makikater. In fact, with the introduction of the app na ilo-launch nila Attorney Sheine. Wow, I can only imagine kung sinasabi niya, kiniklaim niya na this is Grab for lawyers. Wow, I can just book a sort of a certain lawyer and then boom, meron na akong legal guide na pwedeng pagtanungan ng mga kailangan kong kasagutan. So, interesting. Sige, andyan na si Attorney Sheine. Ayan. So, kung nandiyan na si Attorney Sheine, sige, let's bring her back. Attorney, again, thank you so much. Mukhang meron pa siyang kinater na client. nawala kasi yung ano mo. Yung,
Hi again.
Interesting. Excited ako ng Grab for lawyers. Democratizing lawyering. Ano yung nakikita mong challenge when you introduce this finally sa market?
One of the challenges that we envision to face talaga is yun nga, how the market is going to accept it. To tell you honestly, Lloyd, we already have a prototype for this app, and it is through the industry of our technology partner, LGU Suite. LGU Suite is already in the business of developing apps for LGUs everywhere, and we were lucky enough to have tapped their great expertise to have this app, a prototype of this app. We were able to test the app, and it works. Right now, ang issue natin is how to roll out the production level of the app, wherein magiging accessible na siya with the public. We wanted to have the app ready nga. Kasi if ever that we will have a revisit of the rules that were previously presented to the Supreme Court, we wanted to tell them that it can be done. And it is by virtue of the prototype that we already have made.
Okay, now part of the acceptance, of course, is more or less magkano yung tinitingnan natin dyan na gagastusin or, I don't know, maybe investment ng isang for example, SME or whoever na mag-avail ng application.
Well, for those who will avail the application, depende kasi yan sa rate ng notarization. Of course, we will conform with the lawyer's code of conduct. First and foremost, on what rates should it be. We would just have a few amounts to be given to payment partners kasi the payments are also going to be online already by virtue of like GCash and other payment channels. We will also have yung profit revenue stream ng iCertify. We envision it to be coming from the end user or the consumer. Pero that would be just a small percentage. Parang si Grab lang din na parang kukuha lang siya ng small admin fee for processing the app. But of course, the admin fee is for the convenience of everybody. The lawyer doesn't have to present his service to the public by virtue of yung mga signages. Kasi if you're already connected with the app, then basta may consumer na nangangailangan ng serbisyo mo, connect ka immediately to them.
Doon na sila maghahanap no? Ito bang app na ito is meron siyang parang matching component, like ang kailangan ko is lawyer for real estate lawyer, ang kailangan ko is lawyer for maybe sa labor.
Yes, it's a good thing that you asked that also kasi part of the iCertify app is yung having the notarization in conformity with the lawyer's code of conduct or with the notarial commission as well. Kasi we cannot notarize outside of our territorial jurisdictions. So that's one filter that we have in the iCertify app. You will only get the lawyer within your locality if it's for notarization of the document. Number two, if there are specialized fields of law that you would need, you would get that as well. Depende sa pangangailangan mo. But the lawyer naman, upon entering his or her details in the app, ilalagay na niya doon ano yung field of practice niya, and then we will match it with the client.
Kung taga-saan. So kung may app ako tapos walang lawyer na available dun sa area ko, hindi pala man-notarize dito sa iCertify app, no? Kailangan.
Yeah.
And hindi kasi yung batas, kailangan na dun sa area.
Yes. That's one of the challenges that we face kasi, of course, we want to have one lawyer at least for every locality, for every territorial jurisdiction para makater natin lahat ng end consumers. And imagine, Lloyd, if we have so many people having documents notarized in a day, yung mga SAL-in, yung mga affidavits of loss. So these are things that the lawyer in every territorial jurisdiction would have access to, and sila na agad yung captured, sila ang makaka-capture ng market na yon if they are one of the pioneers to join the app.
Right. So, ano nakikita mo ang na-challenge pagdating dun sa pagkuha naman ng mga lawyers, or maybe we can call them talents, parang lawyers nung I-certify app?
Oh, number one na challenge that we foresee is, of course, yung meron silang sariling practice. So, you cannot get the lawyer 24/7. They are not available kasi meron din silang hearing, meron silang clients to attend to, meron din silang mga sariling ninonotaryo in their own offices. So that's one of the hurdles that we foresee as well. Of course, another is the fact that maybe we would not get one per territory. So that's also another issue that we seek to avoid. That's why we are, as early as now, trying to drum up the presence of iCertify via our website, icertify.ph, so that the lawyers, as early as now, would have an idea on who we are and what services we provide to the end consumer as well as the lawyer.
Tapos kung ako yung may isang law firm pwede na ako magsolo pa lang ngayon kung magiging part ako ng iCertify, di ba? Pwede na akong magsolo. At wala akong overhead kasi hindi ko alam mag-maintain ng office. Tama ba yun?
Yes,
kailangan
yes. And you can even, yun nga yung we are, of course, forgetting na you can already notarize documents in the comfort of your own home. So that's the benefit that we can give both the lawyer and the client as well.
Oo. At itong notary business, is this a multi-million peso business?
Yes. Yes, I can definitely say kasi with our meetings and the projections of iCertify, we intend to see na marami talaga tayong makukuhang market, captured market definitely, kasi nga we will be avoiding yung mga antedating and i-legitimize natin yung mga notarized documents. We will make sure na
exactly yan, attorney, yung nakikita natin minsan na parang okay, ito bang papagpanotaryohan ko, gaano ba siya katotoo? I mean, ako nagpapanotaryo ako minsan yung office is hindi talaga sure kung okay yun, but then again, paano naman kung legit o hindi?
Yun. Pero we have safeguards in place for that. We will not be leaving behind itong mga assistants nila attorney. Kasi of course they are also earning naman, and we don't want to leave them out in our app. We have a safeguard for them para they get to still earn, but in legitimate means. Kasi of course, let's face the facts, Lloyd. We cannot definitely say na lawyer talaga yung nag-notarize ng document mo na kung saan mo lang siya dinala, 'di ba? Especially kung yung table niya nandiyan lang sa bangketa, ganun. So we wanna make sure din na they're not left behind. We have a safeguard for them.
Good, sige. So, dito sa nangyayari at mangyayari pa na digitalization ng ating justice system na nagsisimula na at na-highlight pa because of the pandemic, and looking to the future, and now you have such a very promising project in the pipeline, what do you think is the big picture in all of this?
Well, of course, number one, the big picture is we are able to adapt to the changes that are forced upon us. Actually, it's forced kasi we did not plan for this, we did not anticipate for this, but as what has been established before by my co-coaches in CEO Academy, na we can only adapt in these changing times. And it's better to adapt than just stay where you are. And with the digitalization of everything, and with the legal knowledge and legal acumen, age-old legal practice, it's best to bridge the gap between the legal and the digital in this new era.
All right. It seems improbable many years ago, but now it's real as it is.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Attorney Sheine, for your time. Ay, wait lang. Kailangan mo mag-promote. Where do they get in touch with you if they want to get your services, or if they want to get an update dun sa
Yes. You can catch me at the Millennial Lawyer Manila on Facebook. And for details on what we provide in iCertify, you may contact us at www.icertify.ph. You may also visit our technology partner, www.lgusuite.com. And of course, I want to promote CEO Academy. We will be launching it in a few weeks, so stay tuned for that as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Attorney Sheine Girao, Girao Law Office, and co-founder ng iCertify. Hintayin niyo yung application. Thank you so much, Attorney, for your time.
Thank you so much, Lloyd. Pleasure having you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Attorney Sheine Girao. That's all the time that we have for tonight. I would like to thank Puzzlebox BPO Inc., also Well Life, Unisol, and Mr. Rice, Aliaga Supply. Thank you so much sa lahat ng mga nanood. I'm going to see you again tomorrow for another inspirational episode of The Big Picture. In the meantime, I would love to say good night.